This is Joe Biggs with Infowars.com, and this is a message to you, Angela Merkel. Do your job. Protect your countrymen. Secure your border. People in Europe are dying, not just Germany, but Francois Hollande in France is not even doing it. But there's a lot of new leaders getting ready to be rotated out, and hopefully they'll heed these words. Hopefully they'll watch the videos that I'm about to show, the clips from Charlie Hebdo all the way up until yesterday in Berlin. How many innocent people have to die because of your political correctness? How many innocent people have to die because you refuse to secure your borders? It's about time you guys did your job. Here in America, we've done our job. The people have spoken. Behind every blade of grass is a Donald Trump supporter. That's why our country looks red. He will secure the border. He will make our military strong again. Why? Because we now have General Flynn. We now have General Mad Dog Mattis at the helm as well. These three men are going to secure our borders and secure our safety here in America. It's about time the leaders over there in Europe took a little action and followed suit.
Welcome back to Hannity. At least 12 people are dead following a horrific terror attack against a satirical newspaper in Paris, France. Now, the attack, carried out by heavily armed, hooded gunmen, appears to have been in reaction to that paper's depiction of the Muslim prophet Muhammad.
These masked men have just shot a police officer. It's around 11:30 in the morning in central Paris. Journalists working in the same building as Charlie Hebdo have taken refuge on the roof. To the left, over there, someone shouts, and then shots ring out.
This is a Fox News alert. Right now, the hunt is on for a key suspect in the Paris terror attacks. The raids this morning in Belgium and France did not turn up the terrorists. Friday night, the world watched in horror as Paris descended into deadly chaos. On the Record's Griff Jenkins has a look at those horrific moments that will forever be seared into the memories of the French and the world.
I'm now on the phone with Michael Dorio, the brother of a band member, and you were able to speak with your brother tonight. He's okay?
Yeah, I was. He's doing fine now.
What was he able to tell you about what happened?
He said they were mid-set playing maybe 6 songs in, and they heard the gunfire. They heard the gunfire and said it was louder than, what they were even playing. So they, by the time they put 2 and 2 together, they could understand that there was machine guns, multiple machine gun fire.
The first explosion occurred at 8 a.m., the heart of the morning rush hour at Brussels Zaventem Airport. Witnesses described the ceiling caving in and blood all over the departure hall. About 10 minutes later, a second blast, louder than the first, bringing down ceilings and rupturing pipes, water mixing with blood from the victims.
An ex-convict killed a senior police captain and his partner in a suburb of Paris late Monday, in what French authorities called an act of terrorism. Islamic State's news agency cited an unnamed source as saying that an ISIS fighter carried out the attack. Islamic State recently appealed for Western followers to launch attacks at home during the holy month of Ramadan, which started last week.
In 2014, ISIS spokesperson Adnani not only encouraged their followers in ISIS to get into vehicles and to mow people down on the streets, he specifically said, especially in France. There are a number of reasons jihadists are angry with France. One of them, among many others, as we know, is the tragic attack on the Charlie Hebdo offices, and their stance on free speech was a laudable, praiseworthy stance. And the second is the ban on face veils. So jihadists have taken it upon themselves to attack France as a symbolic gesture that symbolizes a generally attack on the West.
Well, Veronica, witnesses say they had no warning. The White House has condemned this as an act of terror, and just 45 minutes ago, German police came out and said the attack was on purpose.
This battered windshield gives us a look at the damage after an 18-wheeler turned into a deadly weapon. Witnesses say the truck jumped the curb straight into Berlin's Christmas market, packed full of people.
We heard a loud bang, and we started to see to our left that Christmas lights were being torn down, and then we started to see the top of an articulated truck, a lorry, just crashing through the stalls and through people.
Literally, the truck was 20 feet away from me as it came barreling through, and nobody knew what was happening. Everybody just started scurrying and running.
How many times does this have to happen before people say enough is enough? Quite frankly, I'm getting sick and tired of turning on the TV and hearing about another attack in Europe, when all you have to do is secure the borders. But people like Francois Hollande and Angela Merkel could care less. They sit by and they praise the same people who'd rather see you at the end of their blade, the same people who'd rather steal a semi-truck and drive over you while you're hanging out with your family. This isn't an accident. This is all done by design, by the globalists. Leave the borders wide open, usher in the radical jihadis, and have the people beg for more government, more security. At the end of the day, all you have to do is give up your freedoms. This has been Joe Biggs with Infowars.com.
Brain Force is here. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been on this the last few months. You probably noticed I've been more crazed, more focused, less brain fog, more energy, more special reports, and it's because of Brain Force.
One of the worst things with most energy products is it's not sustainable, right? You're gonna crash and gonna feel really bad afterwards. This has a bunch of different antioxidants and compounds and polyphenols.
Everybody's on these drugs to knock their brain out because the brain's so fried.
We kept changing this formula over and over and over again until it became sort of a grand puzzle. For example, the L-theanine inside of it, that is activated by the different compounds in the yerba mate that we put inside of it as well. This just increases the compounds you already have.
This is what you're actually designed to run on.
Exactly.
It's kind of like a car will run on one form of junkie gas, but it runs really good on what it's designed for. You will find Brain Force, Survival Shield X2, and other game-changing products at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.